Hi everyone, I'm Shapiro and this is How to Magnetize the Love of Your Life, 8 Steps to Your Beloved's Arms. I'm happy to bring to you your Step 6 highlight video, Start Living Your Vision of Love Right Now. On this step we had myself, Dr. Pat Allen, Mary Morrissey, Ocean and Michelle Robbins, Bill Bauman and Margaret Paul. Dr. Pat Allen taught us about the distinction between being a career woman and a woman with a career, and that it's very important to know the difference and who you are, so that when you come with a partner, you're very clear on the role that you're playing and you really merge and complement your partner in the best way. She also has this question that she asks all women: do you want to get laid or do you want to get paid? Women and men actually. Do you want to get laid or do you want to get paid? And what this means is, if you want to get laid, then you're looking for someone to bring to you a sexual, sensual environment and home. And if you want to get paid, then you're looking for someone to bring to you the money and the power and the prestige. Some really interesting topics here. I really invite you to check out our workbook, which goes into much more detail. She also taught us about premature bonding for women and about duty dating at least 3 men concurrently. Do check out our workbook this week, which goes into much more detail. Mary Morrissey taught us all about living on track with our dreams and how to create our dreams. And she had 5 powerful questions to ask yourself about your dream. Do I love it? Does it give me life? Number 2, does this dream align with my core values? Number 3, does the dream require that I have grown in order to be living it? Number 4, do I know exactly how to bring this dream into fruition? And if the answer is yes to that, then the dream's not big enough, because we really need to be learning and growing and collaborating in the process of our dream. Number 5, is there some good to come to others from this dream? So while we really want to have dreams for ourselves, we also want to, some good to come to others as a result of our dreams. The wonderful Ocean and Michelle Robbins, this was such an inspiring call. They taught us about navigating conflict, and that, Ocean said that conflict is actually so juicy and dynamic that when there's no conflict, things can get kind of stale. And that while we all would rather have a sunny day, we want to recognize that conflict stirs things up. It brings our attention to ourselves and to each other and helps us to go deeper into love with our partner. And that he's in this question of, so if I'm in conflict, I ask, is it possible for me to be fully me and have space for my partner to be fully who they are as well? Can we have both within this conflict, so that everyone gets heard, nobody gets left out, everyone gets a voice in the conflict, and that ultimately makes it much safer, so that we know that we're loved and we know that we're not going to be abandoned, and the issues actually become much less of an issue. So beautiful. They taught us about forgiveness, Ocean and Michelle, about how forgiveness matters and what does it mean. And, they were telling us that it's absolutely vital. It's a vital part of a relationship, and how they have a forgiveness ceremony and are always engaged in forgiving each other and clearing the slate, wiping it clean. So beautiful. Again, you can read so much more about this in our workbook this week. They taught us about such an inspiring journey of raising their autistic twins, and how they have come to a new meaning of love. Love just because. So deeply inspiring and beautiful, and all of the insights and knowledge and wisdom that they've had through that journey for themselves and for each other. Beautiful. Please do check that out. Bill Bauman, he was such a beautiful presence of love on our call. He taught us about his personal journey of coming to be in love and to come into how important love was for his life and to be a presence of love. And he also taught us about the connection between love for ourselves and love for others, and that to really be in this question of asking ourselves, what is my unique way of being, living and feeling love? And that the wisdom that will come from our soul as a result of that really invites us to love ourselves in certain ways and love others in certain ways. But really how important it is to love unconditionally for ourselves and others. Margaret Paul taught us all about the inner bonding process, and she taught us that there's 4 major ways in which people abandon themselves: staying in their head and disassociating from their body, judging themselves and being harsh on themselves, turning to addictions, and making other people responsible for our feelings. These are all ways that we abandon ourselves to numb out the pain. She also taught us about her inner bonding steps: practicing being present, moving in intention to learn, a dialogue process where we are dialoguing with our hurting child within, opening to our higher wisdom and uncovering our false beliefs, taking the action for ourselves, loving action for ourselves based on the truth rather than the false beliefs that we've uncovered, and then moving into evaluating the feelings from taking those loving actions for ourselves. I've just touched on a few highlights here. There is so much more. I encourage you to check out our workbook this week, Step 6, and also look at the upgrade package and, buy in these wonderful MP3s to have them as a resource for yourself at any time. Lots of love, everyone. Bye-bye.